Hello, sir. How are you? You guys looks like a Muslim. Are you Muslim? Beautiful, beautiful. So why are you guys Muslim?
We are Muslim because we believe in one God that created this earth and put us on this earth for one purpose, is to worship Him and to cultivate the earth.
Beautiful.
And we believe in afterlife,
Beautiful.
heaven and hellfire. And
Okay.
we want to go to heaven.
Good, good. I believe I'm a Christian. I believe the same thing. So
Great.
why are you guys not a Christian?
Why are you not a Muslim?
Yeah, why is your whole angle of
I
Christianity?
believe in Jesus. I believe in Abraham. I
Okay.
believe in all the prophets.
So-
And I believe that Prophet Muhammad is the last of the prophets.
Sure.
And he came not to replace the previous religions, but to build upon them and to guide humanity to correct path.
Sure. So, brother, I understand you say Muhammad is a prophet. So who told Muhammad is a prophet?
It was revealed to him by God.
So
through
God-
the angel
God spoke to
Gabriel.
Muhammad?
No,
Not
through
directly.
through the angel Gabriel.
So angel Gabriel spoke to Muhammad.
Yes.
Who told you that?
The word of God.
The Quran
history.
saying that? Okay. I have a Quran. So can you show me one ayah where it say that Muhammad was talking to Gabriel?
I have a question for you then on the opposite side.
Sure.
Where in your religion does it say that God himself is not single and he has a son and he also is a father?
I can show you
and
from the
he's not in
Quran.
a
I can
single
show you that.
entity?
I can show you from the Quran is Isa is the son of God.
Sure.
Yeah,
Show
but
me.
let's show me one ayah where it's saying that Gabriel was talking to Muhammad. Please.
It's not
appreciate it.
directly, doesn't directly say that.
Just
but it
indirectly how.
refers to it.
Okay, just show me something which is you.
Let me see. Stuff like that, right?
I'm sorry.
Because was usually one of the stuff Islam. Muslims usually tell a Christian, "Oh, you guys going astray, and you guys need to become a Muslim."
So
Right?
what about Jewish people?
We also tell Jewish people the same thing.
Does it say anything about Judaism on your signs?
Oh well, we
We have
get
another
to
tent down there.
another tent we
So
have
here,
there
it
talking
doesn't
about. Yeah.
specifically say directly that.
Because
Prophet
one of
Muhammad
the
spoke
stuff
to
there is
Gabriel,
only in the
but
end of the
in
day
the,
one way to
tafsir,
God, correct?
It refers
There's
to
only
that.
one
وَالنَّجْمِ
way
إِذَا هَوَى
is
مَا
for
ضَلَّ
God.
صَاحِبُكُم وَمَا
We
غَوَى.
believe there's only
It's
a
talking
single
about,
God who is just,
Which one's the
who
53?
declares the truth.
Yeah, do you believe there is a multiple way for God, or there's only
Okay,
one?
so
There's
what's
only a
saying?
single God.
Okay, so how you
By
know
star,
which
when it goes
way
down,
of
your
these people?
companions
Because
either
when I have
astray or
Muslims
be
saying that
misled.
Islam is
Nor
the
does
way
he
for
say out
God,
of his own
and I
desire,
have the
right?
Christians
That's why
saying that
people say,
Christianity is the
where,
way for
how
God.
did
Jesus is
God
the
talk
only
to
way
him,
for
or
God.
where did he get
And
the
then you
Quran
have the
from, right?
Jewish saying we
It is
have our
sent no
way
less than
is the
inspiration
only
down
way
to
for
him.
God.
He was
But
taught by
when I
one
come and
Almighty
I read the
power.
Quran,
And
this
he
is
is
my
the
Quran. I read it
Where's
before.
the
So when I read the
Gabriel
Quran,
or
the
Muhammad?
Gospel, and I see there is a
Yeah,
difference
that's what I'm telling you. It's
between
not.
the
It's not
messaging.
directly
Like one of them, the
talking
example,
about it,
the
right?
Quran
Why
says
not?
Jesus is just
Why not?
basically
Because
prophet, mere
when
prophet.
it was revealed, right,
While
Prophet
in
Muhammad,
the Bible,
he was
Jesus is
talking
God.
to the
So I
people
have a
of
question. Have you read the original
Quraysh,
Bible?
Yes,
Original.
yes.
the tribe that was in
Whatever
Mecca at that
translation
time,
I have
Okay.
is
Not
taken
the
and
from.
then he was
translation.
telling them
Christianity
what,
came, yes.
what
Like
was
all the religions had their
revealed to
piece
him.
of time where
Okay,
they were
I'll give you
brought
this
to
one here.
to
If you can
humans
read
and
this
brought
one in
to
Arabic, if you want to read.
It's not that
So
the
this is.
Prophet
Can you
came
read
after
that?
all these prophets, not to
From
debate against
the
their
number
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
The original
But when he
source of
came to the fire, he
Christianity
was
and
called,
the
"O
original
Moses,
source
verily I am
teaches
your
of one
Lord.
God and
Yeah.
that was
Therefore,
delivered to
put off
Jesus.
your
So
shoes."
here is
And it was
Allah
altered over
talk,
time. That's why there are now
talking
different
to
books of
Moses.
Christianity and different.
Do you have
different
anything
even,
similar like
sects
that?
of Christianity, which you
Why?
see, like a
That's
Catholic
fine.
will not believe in
You
the
don't
same
have
thing
to
as a
have
Protestant.
something like that.
It's different.
So how are we
sects.
going to make a
Islam
guess
has
here
a
that's
source of truth
Muhammad
where
or
basically says
Gabriel?
that after
How are
all
you
these
going to prove that?
prophets came,
Okay, so
we're bringing. It's like
Prophet
the
Muhammad
message
was
came again to
known
clarify.
in his
But
tribe
unfortunately,
to be
different
honest,
paths of
Okay,
right?
so
He's
And
the
that
one
he
who-
never told a lie.
Let's just
That's even
consider
his
that, right?
enemies
Those statements
know
let's
that
just
about
consider
him,
Who told you
right?
that?
In terms of
The
Christianity,
people that lived
any
during the
sects, I
time of the
agree.
Prophet.
So
Where'd you get that one?
Huh?
Where'd you got that one? We're saying that.
Okay, so there's a tradition of Sunnah and tradition of history.
I can,
Like
I can give you Sunnah. I can give you Sunnah. Generally, I don't. Generally, I don't. I don't tell. I can give you the stories. And this one here, if you're saying that, and that he said lie 3 times.
He didn't say
So-
lie 3 times.
Yes,
He said
look at that.
lie.
Yeah.
It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases.
times. 3 cases.
Okay?
Yeah. So 3 times.
So,
yeah. Okay.
so
3
lie
cases.
during war, and
Yeah.
everyone agrees
No, no, here,
on
here,
that,
here.
right?
Something the man tells his wife to hear.
Please, sir. Yes.
So, are you okay to tell your wife lie?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
So, but then why are you saying that Allah Muhammad was saying he was never lie? He's teaching you to lie.
He's not teaching you to lie.
That's exactly
He's
saying,
saying
brother.
it is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases, right? So you can't lie about anything. But these 3 cases are an exception. Every rule has an exception.
But you're saying
right?
that Muhammad never teach anything lie or he never lied. So he's teaching lie.
He's literally not lying. He's telling you when it is acceptable to lie.
When?
He's saying
When?
it is not lawful to lie, right?
Yes.
That's a blanket rule, big statement. And then there's only 3 exceptions, right? And then this all is logical,
So
right?
if-
To lie during war, right? Who doesn't
Let's
lie
put the
during
top
war?
one.
Okay.
Let's
The
put the top
first
one here.
one,
Yeah,
to
so
tell
what's
his wife to please her.
Okay, so what's
In
that?
marital problems and stuff like that, who doesn't lie to his wife or his
I
partner?
don't.
Okay, so if she looks ugly, you're gonna tell her you look ugly.
Yes, that's fine. If she's ugly, I will
Okay,
tell her.
that's
But
fine.
brother, because see the
But there's a
Bible say that do not lie. Liar cannot go to kingdom of God. There is no way you say that. Okay, this lie, this is not lie. How can you say that lie is lie? If you saying swear slowly or hard, loudly, you swearing it.
Look,
So-
let me tell you, because if we go into all the little stuff,
Is that little stuff?
yeah, and well, let me tell you, these are specific instances, right? But if we have to agree on, you started telling me why I'm Muslim, right?
Sure.
And I told you I believe in one God, which is Allah, right? And
Okay.
He revealed to
How do you know that
humanity,
Allah? How do you know that Allah's saying is the one?
because He told us in His book.
Sure.
I
Which one
believe
is
this
that?
is the word of God.
Of course. Which one is that? It says Kul
Huh?
Allah Ahad?
Qul huwa Allah.
Okay, so let's see, open that one here, Kul Allah Ahad. Here you go. No, not there. No, it's here.
It's at the end.
112,
It's
yeah,
the-
12. 112, yeah, 112. I'm not used to this one holding, yeah. Okay, here you go. So who's saying that?
Allah Himself.
I'm sorry?
Allah Himself is
who?
saying that on through Angel Gabriel to the
But
Prophet.
so far you never show me
Muhammad
that
sallallahu
angel
alaihi wasallam.
talking to Muhammad. You never show me anything.
Okay, let me tell you an example, okay?
Sure.
He says, Qul huwa Allahu ahad,
Sure.
right? It means say, right? He is Allah the one, right?
So who's saying that?
Unbelievable,
Who's
right?
saying that?
So this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Angel Gabriel to tell
Wait, brother, where's the Gabriel here?
it's
I
not
mean,
a
but-
novel where it says, oh, Allah said this, right? It's not a novel. That's not the linguistic art of the Quran is not that way, okay? So,
So how do you know that's Allah is
okay,
talking?
let's say, Prophet Muhammad wasn't told by anyone, right?
I'm sorry?
Let's give a hypothetical example, right? Prophet Muhammad wasn't told by anyone to say these words, right? So why would he say he is Allah? Why wouldn't he just say he is Allah without including the say part?
No, regardless, I can add anything. If I say Allah is one, I'm telling you. So why are you believing me? Why are you believing me? I'm telling you.
Because let's say I have been born on this earth, okay, no one told me any religion, and I'm trying to find out what's happening in this, why am I on earth, what is that, right? And then someone tells me that Allah is one, right? And then someone tells me in Christianity, I don't know a lot about Christianity, but what I know is that the Trinity and that, I don't know which sect of Christianity you are.
Sorry, we
what?
all believe Allah, God is one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
understand
it.
what you mean.
So that's basically half of Islam.
No,
The
because
other
see,
half
no,
is
but
believing that Prophet Muhammad
believe,
is his messenger.
We believe the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. There is 3 different persons in the divine nature of God.
Okay,
So-
so why are there 3 different persons?
No, you said divine. There are 3 different and they're divine. But how you know that this is Allah saying that Kul Allah Ahad? It's Ahad means it's not one, even I don't want to go, but how do you know that this Allah is saying that?
Because I believe that it was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, and I believe him to be a truthful person. And
How do you know truthful? I showed you, brother, the truth. But anyway, you saying that Allah saying that, you know what the belief mean, brother? You know what the belief mean?
Yeah, I know what belief
What
means.
the belief mean?
Believe me is to wholeheartedly accept something as if it's true.
You describe that. The meaning of that. What's the meaning of it?
That's the meaning that I know. You can tell me what the
meaning
means.
is there is no evidence and somebody's opinion. That's the meaning of belief.
Okay.
So there is no evidence. Like I said, we met before. Okay.
Okay.
I'll say, but there's no evidence. I'm just throwing something, and there's no evidence.
Okay.
And this is my, I'm narrated. I'm saying that. So, but this is, you cannot even prove me that here. How do you know that this is Allah is talking here?
I just told you, you're not accepting the answer that I'm
You say
giving
believe,
you.
man, but look, Quran says I give you Quran in detail for all things, okay, in Arabic, okay? So why Allah cannot give you in detail these things?
Not everything has to be given in detail.
But Quran saying that, so Allah is lying here?
No.
Allah said I give you Quran in detail, like, I just asked you for
Where does it
Moses.
say in detail? Okay. He says that he gave you something that will help
I
you
can show you
guide
that
you through
here.
your life.
Okay, no,
It's
I'll show you that.
not everything is in the Quran is in
Okay.
detail. That's why we believe in the Prophet, and he gave us details for other things.
Sure, what say that?
But anyway, what's
Here,
what the
here
whole
it
thing?
said that, what's that here?
Okay, a book of the verses are explained in detail, right?
Okay, in detail, yes.
كتاب فصلت آياته قرآنا عربيا. Okay, that doesn't negate. There is some details in it, but doesn't mean it has all the details.
He's saying that, bro, the book,
Okay,
that
are
gives you
explained
the
in
verses in
detail.
detail, yeah.
An Arabic Quran for
Yeah.
people who understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So why are you saying that is not in detail?
When I say I'm giving you something in detail, does it mean I'm giving you
No, I'm
details
talking
of
about Allah.
everything?
I know probably me and you are different, but Allah, when He's saying that I give you this book in detail for all things, so why you cannot believe Allah?
Okay. كتاب فصلت آياته قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون. For those who understand or those
Yeah,
who
I
have
understand. You
knowledge.
speak Arabic, huh?
Yeah, I do.
So that make it easy for you. So why are you saying that it's not in detail? When I'm
I
asking
didn't
you,
say it's not in detail. I said it doesn't give all the details.
He's
Okay?
saying I give you in detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why it doesn't have a name for Muhammad? And like I show you one ayah, which is very easy.
So let me tell you.
When
Let
I
me
showed
tell
you,
you.
yeah.
So like the translation from Arabic to English sometimes kind of like doesn't give the full meaning. Okay. When I say I'm giving you something that's fusilat, right, and which is translated to detail here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it includes all the details. It means that it is detailed enough for you to understand.
Okay,
right?
so tell me
and that's
detail.
what the
so
verse is saying.
so Allah kulul ahad. So tell me what's the detail. How can I know that? Who said that Allah is one?
So the whole question that I'm seeing here is like, where's the evidence that Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad the Quran, right?
That's right.
Okay. So like,
Like a lot of people call him the hearer. Like
huh?
a lot of people call Muhammad the hearer.
The hearer?
The hearer, like he just heard things and regurgitated it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
So where's the detail that Jesus is God or God spoke to him?
You want to go to Bible? I mean, do you want to skip that portion?
Huh?
Are you taking help something to just want to move from there because you don't have answer, or?
No, I'm saying okay. I already told you the answer, but you're still going to the same question.
No, you didn't give an answer. You're just saying that
No, I
there is
said-
nothing.
you
You're
said-
saying that this is, bro. You're just saying that this is Allah saying that.
Yes.
Okay. And I asked you to
I
give
believe
me
the whole
one.
book of Quran is Allah's word.
I told you what the belief means.
Okay. Yeah.
Belief means there's no evidence.
Okay,
That's
so-
opinion, yeah.
So,
if you
if you believe in Christianity, you believe in it
no,
without
we have
evidence?
evidence. Yeah, we have Bible has evidence.
But you
which is-
said you believe is with no evidence.
No, I said believe. Meaning of believe is no evidence, and is somebody's opinion.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that I believe in only believe. I say believing on the Bible has evidence. I'm giving you evidence. Whenever I'm going to say something, I'm going to prove you from the Bible.
Okay.
But you're not proving me so far. I asked you to give me a one ayah where angel Gabriel was talking to him, and I show you that Allah was talking to Moses. Easily can, or anybody can understand
Yeah,
that.
okay.
So why it's so difficult to Muhammad to prove me from that Muhammad was talking to Gabriel?
I personally, I'm not aware of a specific ayah that's clearly saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to Prophet Muhammad, but I know from like what I've
lot of it's
learned
in the hadith.
and what I've understood from like the history of the Prophet, the tradition and everything, that the Quran was revealed to him through Prophet, through Angel Gabriel, right? And then he conveyed it to all people, and people who accepted the message became Muslims, and those who didn't we are as Muslims were encouraged to to spread the message and let people know that this is the final word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the final message as we understand it.
So, brother, but I asked you in the very beginning, you say that I read in the Quran, Gabriel was talking to Muhammad.
I showed you the verse, but you don't believe me.
No, you didn't show, no, it's not believe, bro. You're not showing me that Muhammad, an angel there.
Okay.
You're just showing me something like a story, like I told you, I can say we met it. I'm not giving any evidence and stuff.
There's some things that you that in language, right, you can talk about, and then there's like you understand from the context, right?
What context? We can go back to the show me the context.
We can go back to it.
Yes, open the 53. That was the 53.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So where is that here? When that goes down and what the context here? That's a very first eye on
By
there.
the star when it comes down, your companion is neither astray or being misled. Okay. So this is someone talking about the Prophet in the third person, right?
Where's the Prophet? Yeah, I understand what
Your
I said. By
companion
the,
here is referring to Prophet Muhammad.
how do
Okay?
you know the companion is the Prophet only, Muhammad?
Because it's talking to the people at the time of the Prophet, and they're telling sahibukum. Okay, sahibukum in Arabic means the person that's around you, your companion. Literally, it
Yeah,
translates
but
to
you
companion.
think that's only companion with the Muhammad? There's another like Moses or Abraham. They don't have a companion.
Yeah, but they didn't exist at the time when the Quran
So how do you know
revealed.
that? How do you know that? Which time is that?
What do you mean?
I mean, you say
Okay.
that the Muhammad time. So how do you know this is Muhammad time?
why don't you ask me how do I believe this is true?
How you believe it? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So
Sure.
in the Islamic tradition, we have something called mutawatir, right? So something that has been taught and relayed from generation to generation in a very massive amount that a lot of people know the same thing in the same way, that it's logically impossible to say that this is a lie.
Okay. So
Okay?
you're saying that
this is a logical thing.
So
this is not like
Hindu believe in millions of gods, so they are right. Millions of
this
Hindu,
is
they're
not what
believing
I'm
the
referring
same.
to.
Yeah, that's why you're
No.
saying the people.
No.
So people, that's why you say people. So people, they have been following Hindu tradition from before even Islam came. So they are wrong. They are wrong.
There's some elements from what I believe as a Muslim. There's some elements that are right, and there's some elements that have been contorted throughout the years. But we have there's a methodology that is traced by a lot of even non-Muslim like scholars that they have believed that there has nothing been changed about the Quran.
What do you mean not change? You don't have original Quran. I'll give you $5,000. I'll give you $5,000 if you will bring me a copy of Uthmani Quran. You don't have the original Quran.
No, the Uthmanic Quran is there.
Where?
It's I don't know where it's located right now, but there is a copy of it.
You saying that, but where is it?
I'm not sure if it's in Turkey or Saudi Arabia, but I know there is a
There's nothing
physical
in
copy.
Saudi Arabia. Turkey has a different dialogue. That's not the Uthmani Quran.
So what does different dialogue change from?
That's what I'm saying. So
Quran
you
or
don't
not?
have, yeah, that's not the Quran we're looking for. You don't have the original
Yeah,
copy.
but traditionally the Quran wasn't even what's it called? It wasn't passed down through pen and paper. It was passed down as an oratory speech.
How?
People memorized it.
No, but the tradition from the beginning. What's the beginning for it?
The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu
So,
Alaihi Wasallam.
but prophet is not. The angel came to him and said, recite.
Yes.
So when he was showing it something, he's not giving. He said, read. He was saying, read. So what he was giving, a tablet or a computer or paper? What he was telling to Muhammad to read.
Read in Arabic doesn't necessarily mean something that is written, but read means recite.
You're right. But then Muhammad said, I cannot read.
Exactly.
So that's something
Because he
going
could
on.
not read or write.
Yeah, but he's not telling you to read. He said, follow me or read after me. He's saying read. So then Muhammad said, I cannot read. So
Yeah,
that has something to do with the writing. So it's not an oral. Sorry.
You want to finish that conversation? When
About
he
what?
said read, the Prophet Muhammad replied to him, I cannot read.
Yes.
And
So,
then
but
he
you said
told
that
him again,
this is-
read.
Yeah, but
Okay, and then he said, I cannot read. And then in the third time he said, read, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. So now he was relating to him the Quran.
Sure.
Okay, and that's what we read till this day. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق.
yes, I understand. But you're saying that is by the oral, but that's not oral. It's something to read. So Muhammad was, angel was saying that to read to him, but he cannot even read. So that's not the oral. It's not an oral start. That has something of paper. That's right.
No.
Angel, what he brought him to showing him? Computer?
There was nothing to show.
So what? So he said read. So what he was giving it?
I just told you that read in Arabic doesn't necessarily mean read from
No,
something
but,
that is written.
no, but he's saying I cannot read. So that shows that he's not telling it's only to recite. Recite, I understand they mean recite or mean, but that, over there, by answer by Muhammad is showing Gabriel was saying to read to him. That's why he said that. Muhammad's not a crazy. He was saying
This dialogue right now just shows that you're not understanding the word and how it is understood in Arabic. I just said the word in Arabic
if I say recite,
Okay, yes.
I say recite. Please recite. So what that
I will
means?
tell you iqra alay.
No. Okay. Whatever
That
you say
means
that.
read in Arabic.
Sorry?
If it's literally translated, like I just told you, iqra alay
Yeah.
means read.
Okay,
But
no,
it
let's
also
go.
in Arabic is understood as recite.
Okay, so I understand that. Okay, you tell him, I'm telling you, please read. Okay, but I'm telling you to basically recite after me. That's right. But you telling me I cannot read, so that means I'm not telling you to reply after me or repeat after me. It's saying that read, and that's why you telling me I cannot read. So that makes sure this is confirm that it's not only saying to recite or repeat after me. It's saying that to paper or something to showing him. So he say he cannot read. So 3 times Muhammad said that I cannot read. I cannot read. So that means angel was trying to give some paper to him or tablet or something. So he said that.
You're disregarding the point that I just told you.
No, you telling me the meaning. I understand meaning, but when reply Muhammad gave him, I understand he's not telling to recite this and he's not saying that repeat after me. He said to read, something to read.
Okay.
That's why Muhammad said I cannot read.
Okay.
So that whatever he's saying that recite, that's not meaning of recite. Mean on that time is mean to read, something to read out of it. So Muhammad said I cannot read. So my question is that it's Muhammad never spoke to angel. How you think that coming from God?
So he came up with all of this. That's what you're trying
There's
to
a
say.
lot of books out there, fake ones. So why not you can be a fake?
Well, like how is a person?
If I show you, the Quran has a lot of error and the contradiction in there.
Well,
So
I do not believe that.
Okay,
and
can I
I
show
know
you?
that every single error and you
Okay,
got like all the
sure.
things.
I can
like,
show you.
I don't have the knowledge right now. To,
No, but this is not the
to
knowledge. This is
reply to every single like alleged contradiction.
But this
right?
one is not a knowledge. It's like a very basic. I have a 5,000 error and the contradiction. These 2 Qurans. Okay, so let me show you something here. Where are you from, brother?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay, so Egypt. Okay, so they read this one. Okay, all right. So if you can read that for me, what does say that here?
وكأي من نبي قاتل معه
Yeah, what's that
ربيون
mean?
كثيرا وكأي من نبي قاتل.
What's that mean?
That fought.
Fought. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is fought here. 1 year, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't want
وكأي من
to,
نبي
you
قتل
can walk from the
معه
camera because if you
ربيون
do.
كثير.
So what's that here?
I mean, I'll have to check this this translation or this.
This is not translation. This are
this
the
version
Quran.
of the Quran because
There's
I'm
so
not
many
aware.
versions. Are?
Yeah.
There's only one version, I believe.
This is riwayat Warsh
Yeah.
and Nafi', right?
That's right. Yeah.
So this,
Yeah. This is Hafs.
okay.
Okay. So, but there's a
Like
Quran.
so let me tell you something.
Sure.
So, like we have dialects in the U.S.
I understand.
Right? The Arabs had dialects
Sure.
during them.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a different
Sure.
dialect.
So that means if it's schedule, schedule, the meanings are same.
Hmm?
The meaning's supposed to be same.
Some of them add to the meaning. Yes.
Okay. So what does that mean here?
Yeah, I know.
What does that
This
mean?
means killed. Yeah.
Okay. So here mean is fought. So how can be there are dialogue supposed to be the same?
Yeah, but you're focusing on one
I
word
said I have
in
a
the
5,000
verse.
error.
Okay,
I'm giving one
I
by
agree.
one.
I agree. There is differences. Okay, but you're focusing on one word out of a verse. Okay, so if I tell you, I am a human in Mars, and then I tell you I am a human in Earth, right? So there's like a little bit of a contradiction, right? There's Mars and Earth. There's no humans on Mars,
Sure, I
but there's
understand.
humans on Earth,
Sure.
right?
I
So
understand that.
that's a contradiction, right?
Sure.
So how can that be true?
Yeah, but
right?
see, you
so,
believe this
but you're
is-
not taking the
I
the
understand,
text,
bro.
the context. So let me give you the context, right? If I tell you I'm a human on Earth and I'm standing on Earth, you already know the context, so that's believable, right? If I tell you I'm a human on Mars, but there's a different context, let's say it's in a play or some kind of movie, right? And they're enacting like what humans would look like on Mars, then you can understand that to be true, right? So that's what I'm saying. The context gives you the meaning, and then if you have knowledge of the Arabic language and knowledge of the qira'at, which are the different narrations of the Quran that have been passed down through generations, like I told you, mutawatir in the beginning, then you would understand it more. But you can't just choose one term or one word and then tell me, okay, it's contradicted without taking the whole package. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you think that Allah words can be changed or Allah word be not, because Allah is not perfect then?
It's different.
So Allah, but this is two different
Yeah, and I
words,
told
right?
you, this is
Yeah,
a-
but see,
this
what
is
I'm saying, that the
different
meaning that
narration.
so Allah is not perfect, because see, there is the two different. One is a fight, one is a kill.
No, it's
Allah
not.
is God. Do you believe your God is perfect?
Yeah, my God is perfect, but let's go to
Exactly,
here.
that's what we're
So
saying.
Our God is your God. Do you realize
no,
that's
that's a
single
different.
God?
No, this so you saying that's a different. If I show you from
I'm
here.
saying it's a narration.
Okay, so if I go you same Quran, is the same thing arrow? Can I show you something here in the Quran?
Well, we have
So-
to go because we have a tight schedule.
We're
But
tourists. I want to go visit.
Sure. Oh, brother.
I
this
tell you,
Quran-
look, I'm not a scholar of the Islamic tradition, right? And I understand there's always in the Quran itself. I don't remember which verse, but there is a verse that talks about shubuhat, right?
Okay.
Which are things that are not clear, that are easily for common people to fall in and understood that they are in contradiction or not. But at the same verse, it says at the end to ask those who are knowledgeable, right?
No, but then
so
Quran is
those who are
contradict-
knowledgeable,
Sure.
right? So who those are knowledgeable? Those are the scholars of Islam that they read the Quran, right? They understand the Arabic language in a deeper sense, right? If I get you Shakespeare right now and tell you to read and explain everything to me, you might not be able to understand, even though it's English, right? So. But then that's why we have scholars, because they teach us, we learn, and then everyone has their own level, right? So I'm not at that level to give you exactly all the explanation of why this word is like that or this word is like that. But I wanted to talk about the basic point. You asked me, why do you believe in Islam? And I gave you the basic point. And then that's it. And then you're saying, how do you believe? How do you know if God revealed it to the Prophet ﷺ? And I told you, the Prophet ﷺ, in his community at that time, he was believed to be truthful,
No,
and
that's-
even his
that's-
enemies.
You don't
Okay,
prove, okay. So, brother, my question
the
is here.
truest thing
If I tell you,
is what your enemies say about you, right?
Sure.
So you can go back and see what the enemies of the Prophet said about him at the time, and then because they didn't want to believe in the message, even though they knew it was right, then they started saying that he was a sorcerer or he was
he was a child minister, he was
Exactly.
married with a 6 years
No,
old,
that's
and
not
okay, but
correct.
we're not going there.
That's a
But
different
my
context
question,
and a different
that's what I said, I don't
community
want to
and a
go.
different
But my
age,
question, brother,
right?
my question is here.
I cannot
no.
allow you to disgrace my prophet.
No, I
okay?
will. I'll
That's
prove.
what I'm
I'll
saying.
give you.
to
I give you
okay?
proof.
Actually,
Don't
I give
say
you proof.
child molester because
I will
that
tell
is
you.
very
I will-
inaccurate and misinformation.
Yes.
Okay?
No. I'm going to
If
give
we,
you this. I'm going to
if
give
we
you
go
this.
just
Explain to
200
him.
years ago, there's many people that married people,
Yes, probably.
married girls that were
they raped
as,
2 years ago girl. I have
They
no
still
problem.
rape today?
Yeah, but my question that I'm not talking about the prophet. We're not talking about normal person. We're talking about the prophet.
Exactly,
Okay.
yes.
So total different. But
Okay.
my question, the brother, if I'm telling you
You're
you
missing
are
the context.
yes. Okay. I'm saying that if you are a thief, I'm telling everybody you are a thief.
Okay.
That's nice to say something.
Huh?
If I'm telling everybody you are a thief
No,
or
it's
you're a
not
liar, that's not a
Unless it's true, then
unless
it's not
I
nice.
know you, okay?
Okay.
Then I will tell you, right? But when you say that when you're telling somebody Muhammad was talking to Gabriel, and you do not know that, you don't have evidence,
I
you
do
just
have evidence.
you do not
I
show
showed
me.
you evidence, but
No.
you don't understand the Arabic
Watch your
language.
video,
and how
brother.
it's,
Watch your video. You just telling me something, but you're not proving me. I will request you that do not share anything which is not you did not even find out yourself. Once you find out something, then you share, because you know what happened? People, they take the word from you and they're gonna apply for the same thing and they're gonna tell the lie to other people. And that's exactly happened to the
not
Muslim. Bro,
You're still telling me I'm lying.
you know Muhammad never spoke to angel.
Yes, you
And
did.
how do you know that Jesus got the word from God? How do you know?
I'm gonna show you Bible, but you know, like you don't want to
But
go.
you're saying so I think in general, outside of like what you believe in, I was telling him before, you guys can believe in whatever you believe in, we can believe in whatever we believe in. Islam actually preaches that you can believe in whatever religion you want.
Islam
But here,
teaches
let
you
me
to-
let me finish.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, the angle that to preach, I believe, is that you come from the source of this is why what I believe in is true, and potentially how yours does not agree with that. You guys, your whole advertisement is focused on this is why you are wrong and you are liars and your prophet is this and your prophet is that, and I'll give you a little bit of evidence to prove it. I think so. Just that angle, okay? We came here in a very we're tourists. We came here for fun. I have 30 minutes to go to the rest of this garden. And we came here just wanting to learn, having a conversation. But at the end of this conversation, even with him as well, it becomes very negative. That's the part what I don't appreciate. If you're going to preach and you actually want people to love, this is love. We're all trying to go to heaven. We're trying to believe in a God.
How do you know that you're going to go
You
heaven?
guys are coming.
I'm
telling you the angle you're approaching. I'm not talking about this
religion
religion anymore. I'm saying that the way you guys are approaching your practice, you're coming from an approach of negativity. And at the angle you're telling us we're liars. I never once said you guys are liars.
I understand you're frustrated and you're angry,
I
but
think
you know,
you guys need
sometimes
to
the
think about why
truth hurts.
truth hurts.
That's the truth. Okay, I'm telling you, Muhammad's not a prophet.
Truth hurts both ways. Okay?
No, it's not.
Let me tell you.
So far,
like,
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, Muhammad's not a prophet.
The way this life
so show me from the Quran.
The way this life works is that there is ultimate truth, right? And there is ultimate falsehood, right? If you believe in the truth, you will be saved at the end. Do you believe that?
But that's too late, brother.
Okay, yeah,
I don't want you to.
Okay, so I believe that I'm in the truth from what I've learned throughout the years, right? This is not like a one thing discussion that I'm going to change my religion right now or you're going to change your religion, right? People go through this like a lot of multiple discussions, right? So I believe that the path that I've chose, that the path that I believe in is going to lead me to heaven. You believe that too. And then if someone has explained to you Islam in a clear way, you know, answered all your questions, all your contraindications that you're bringing up in the Quran, and there's qualified people to do that. I'm not qualified, right? And you can go to those qualified people, and I'm sure you know where they are, but you probably don't choose to go to them or are not interested in it because you believe what you're on is right. Then at the end, all of us are going to stand. You believe there's a day of judgment, right? You believe there's heaven and hell. At the end, if we're right, we're going to be in heaven. If you're right, you're going to be in heaven, right?
Sister,
so I love for you to be in heaven, and that's why I think Islam is the final message, and I believe in Jesus. You never said you believe in Muhammad.
No, if you believe Jesus said, I have a Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's a Bible saying that. No, the Westman version.
I also understand
but you know, sister, let me tell you, I know you guys, just give me 1 second, okay? I'm going to tell you. I know you guys are, look, 1 second, give me a last minute, okay? You guys are traveling, all right? And somebody is in the plane. They say, man, leave this plane that has a bomb in there, okay? And this guy leave, okay? And you guys don't leave. And somebody already telling you there's a bomb. You think you're gonna take the flight?
If somebody else tells you.
Yeah, somebody from the plane, he's leaving, and he said, guys, leave the this has a bomb in there in the plane. Will you guys gonna stay in there, or
it really depends on who that person is?
Yeah.
Is he a crazy person, or is he an official from the plane or the airport?
It's a normal person. It's like a passenger like you, all right?
I would ask him, where are you saying that?
But okay, there's a panic going on, all right? There was a guy say that there is a bomb there. Okay. Will you take the flight?
Out of safety, no.
Okay, very good. Yeah. And I'm here, same thing. I'm telling you, look, Islam is a false religion, all right? And just you can laugh, okay?
No,
sister, hold on, let me finish. Then you talk, please. So I'm telling you, the false religion. I've told you, okay? Now it's your chance. Just like a plane, you're gonna take a doubt on the plane. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not forcing you anything, all right? I'm here to tell as a brother and sister, okay?
Yeah,
sure. You have to give me a source,
I just
okay?
want to finish this conversation because we have to go.
Sure.
So, like, you're telling me Islam is a false religion.
Yes.
And I think Christianity was a true religion at a certain point in time, and then when it became changed and a lot of the scripture was changed and the practices were changed, God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sent Prophet Muhammad to rectify the affairs of humanity. Right?
Beautiful.
So I believe, like, if I was before the Prophet Muhammad, I would believe in Christianity, right?
Sure.
Now we're after the Prophet Muhammad, and he came with the message, and he told us that this is true. That's why I believe in Islam, right?
Sure.
So I'm telling you right now that Christianity has some
brother,
elements
now,
of good
can you give me
and
one
truth
evidence?
in it,
One
but
evidence.
it doesn't have
you say
everything.
you give me one evidence.
So
you give me one evidence the Bible has been changed. Give me one evidence.
Have you researched that yourself?
Sister, yes. You give me one evidence the Bible has been changed. Who's telling you? Quran never telling you. Quran say follow the Bible. Yeah. So who's telling you that?
You have like how
Sister,
many versions, testaments?
I don't have something right now.
I have so many Quran here. I have so many Quran.
You're gonna get me the different narrations.
I have so many Quran.
In the Quran proving that.
I have more Qurans are here.
How many
no, sister, just give me. I'm asking. I'm answering your question. I am giving you that. How many Qurans are here?
No, this is
Sister,
a different
just
You're
get-
changing the
No,
question.
I'm not
Look,
saying-
there is
I'm
only
asking
one
you.
Quran, just let me tell you.
There's
These are
only one
masahif,
Quran.
okay? So
I'm sorry?
different books, okay?
What you're saying,
Masahif,
that's
okay?
a translation. What you're saying, that's exactly I'm trying to point you. Those are translation. What you've been telling me, those are
No,
translation.
but the foundation of Islam, the belief in a single God and his last prophet
Okay,
is Prophet
so
Muhammad
so
has
you
not
so
changed.
okay. So my question is that
There
so
is no change in
Allah.
Quran.
So
There's no
Allah,
change.
what can be changed? Can Allah word can be changed?
Yeah, people can lie and say
No,
that it was
my
changed.
my question is that Allah word can be changed.
No.
No? Okay. So
Humans
you think,
can say whatever
sister,
they
I
want
understand.
to try to make
just
things
let's go.
appear
Let's go.
whatever they
Minute. Let's go. So his brother saying that Allah word cannot be changed. That's right.
Yes.
So Torah, Zabur, and Injil is a Allah word or not?
The original, yes,
No,
is
my
Allah's
question is
words.
that Allah word. So brother saying that cannot be changed.
Yes.
Okay. So who's telling you? See, Quran saying is not changed. When you're gonna come to the God, okay, Allah is gonna ask you that why you don't believe me? I give you a Bible and I'm talking to brother Tony. He was telling you. So you're gonna say no. I believe his Bible has been changed and corrupted. So he said, tell me who told you that? He says, oh, Zakir Naik told you, Sheikh told you that. But my word, which is Quran, never say that my Bible has been changed. So why you listen to the people? What you gonna say on that time to Allah?
Actually, it refers to it. It doesn't say explicitly, but it refers to it.
What?
That the Bible
That
has been changed.
Christianity has been altered.
Wait, Quran, brother.
I'm not gonna go back because
Okay,
we need
go,
to go.
go
But
search,
I'm
go
telling you,
search
okay,
yourself.
look.
There is
Yeah,
by
we will
Quran,
search yourself.
Quran
You
saying that
guys
for
search
The
yourself.
end of the
No,
day,
I-
right?
okay.
You're trying to convince me that Christianity is the true religion.
I'm not. I'm
right?
telling you. I'm
Yeah,
just telling you.
And I'm telling you, Islam is the true religion.
I showed you.
And then
I
each
showed you
of
so
us
many
should do their own research
I
on
show
their
you
own,
so many
right?
error in there. You
Okay,
don't
I
want
don't
to
have
believe
the
it.
Bible here with me to
I can
show
give you Bible
okay?
here. I have a Bible here.
I didn't fully read the Quran and did my preparation
it's
and research
open-
like you have
open-
done here.
open.
Okay?
Now you have a.
So I can
now
do
you
it
give you
later.
homework.
Exactly.
Homework.
Thank you.
Read the Bible.
Thank you.
And read the Quran.
And homework, you speak to a
and
sheikh.
I
Don't
pray
just
to
Sister,
God.
Sheikh, run.
you're
This is a Sheikh.
I
I'm
pray to
here
God.
because of the Sheikh. They don't
I
want to
pray
come
to
and
God.
talk to us.
Okay, let
Watch
me
my
tell you,
videos.
Let me tell you.
Yes,
I
sure.
pray to God to guide you and me to
Which
the
God?
correct
Which
path.
God? Which God?
We believe in the
So-
same source of
No, that sister, that's not. Okay, this is my YouTube channel, and
I
then
got it.
okay.
Thank you.
God bless you.